Ok, racita, se nos llegó la hora. Tengo a Ramiro de Grupo Respeto out of Corpus Christi, Texas on the line. So y'all bear with me. And also, I'm going to let everybody in the chat room, if y'all have any questions for Ramiro, you're welcome to ask the questions, and then I'll try to keep a watch out for the chat room and make sure that we can tackle all those questions. First of all, I want to thank him so much for taking time out of his busy schedule to spend time here with us and bring us all the exciting news that's happening con Grupo Respeto. Gracias, mijo, por acompañarnos. ¿Cómo estás?
Very good. Thank you very much for having us on. And again, I apologize for calling in a little bit late, but like I was telling you, literally, I just walked out of jury duty here in town, and I'm actually sitting in the parking lot of the courthouse calling you guys.
Oh, my goodness, mijo. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Are you okay? I don't want you to sit in the heat, hombre, Chihuahuas, porque está bien caliente.
Yes, Dad, it is very hot down here in Texas. We're at about 107 right now, but no, I got my AC blowing. I got my water in here, and we ate a little while ago, so I'm good to go.
Okay, well, thank you so much, mijo. Well, how are you? How are the guys doing? How's everybody doing over there?
Everybody is doing great. Right now, we have been very busy in the studio working on our very first album. We're probably about halfway to about 3/4 done. Big shout out to Jose Luis Solis, our producer and our engineer. And we've just been really busy lately. And all the fans who have been asking us for music and asking us to when our next single is going to come out. It's coming out very, very soon. But all the guys are great. We're all in good health. Our families are in good health, and we didn't ask for anything more.
Amen. That's wonderful, mijo. I'm so happy for you guys. So for our audience, mijo, how many members are in the band, and what are their names, and what instruments do they play?
Okay, right now we have on the drums, we have Mr. Richard Sines. On the bass, we have Mr. Albert Ponce. On the accordion is myself, Ramiro Spuds Ponce. And on the bajo right now, we have a friend of mine named Felipe Maravilla. We all kind of got together and just decided to, we all have different backgrounds, and decided to get together and try something new, a little something different. And like I said, we all come from different musical backgrounds. So we decided to get together and see how everything's going to work. But right now, that's the lineup that we have.
Okay, so how long has the band been together? How long have y'all been playing together? Or when did y'all establish the band?
Believe it or not, we're only roughly about, we're not even a year old. I would say roughly about 8 months old, maybe 9 months. But like I said, we all have our own musical backgrounds. And like me personally, I mean, I've been in the business probably almost 20 years now. And so combined, I mean, total of who knows how many years. But as far as this band goes, we've been together about 8 or 9 months, and it's been an awesome 8 or 9 months, so, and we don't look to be going anywhere anytime soon. We'll be here for the long haul.
That's so awesome. So are you all related? Are you friends? How did all this come to be?
Well, I was with a previous band about a year ago, and I was with them for a couple of years, and we did the San Antonio Fanfare, and that's where I met my drummer, Richard Sines, and, we kind of hooked up there. Albert Ponce on the bass, he's my younger brother. He's helped me out with some other projects, and also Felipe on bajo, he helped me out with a band that I used to play with called Posagues, and he was doing some horn work, and at the same time, he was also learning the bajo, so when it came time for us to start looking around, well, obviously my brother, I picked him up with no problems whatsoever. The drummer, he's from Pleasanton, and the rest of us are from here, from Corpus, but he had no problems. He was down from day one, and he comes over to Corpus, or we'll go up there to Pleasanton to rehearse, or however it is. But that's kind of where we're at right now. Like I said, we go to Pleasanton every once in a while, rehearse with him, and then in turn he'll come down here and hang out with us. And as far as the guys, they've all been dedicated since day one. I can't complain at all. And also, again, they're here for the long run. They know what it takes to be in the business, and we're looking forward to giving all the fans what we plan on giving them, and it's 110%. So.
Qué bonito, mijo. Te felicito because that takes so much out of a person to have that dedication, that drive, to the true ganas, to hang together and do what you have to do and be a good band. That's so important, mijo, because you don't see that all the time and you don't get that all the time. Yeah, everybody wants to be on stage and they want to, have their little moment, on stage y todo eso, pero it's so much more than that. There's so much work that goes, in being a band and being brothers, because once you start hanging around together, you guys are brothers y hombre ya se tienen que aguantar los genios y todo, ¿verdad, mijo? So, qué bonito, los felicito.
You spend that's one of the things that we try and also show the fans. We're going to be releasing some videos on YouTube and stuff like that, kind of a day in the life, of us and some of the things that we go through. Because, believe it or not, there's a lot of hard work that goes into being, a musician and being a full working band. The fans, they pay a cover, they walk inside and they see us play and think it's the greatest life. Now, don't get me wrong, I love being a musician, and it's a great life for me as a musician. But at the same time, I want to introduce the fans to the other side of the music, the long hours on the road and being up till 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning in the studio just so we can produce music that fans are going to love. I want them. That's another reason why we call the band Respeto, because we want to earn our respect. A lot of people, go out and it's just kind of handed to them. Like I said, I've been in the business over 20 years. I've given respect to everybody I've ever worked with. I've worked with people like Los Ayers, Los Tres Reyes, Stephanie Montiel, Elida Reina, Juan P. Moreno, Albert Zamora y Talento. I mean, all these different bands that I've either been in or shared the same stage with, they've all earned their respect. And now I'm coming out from the background and I'm kind of taking a step up and becoming the front man now. And now I want this band to earn its respect, and slowly but surely that's what we're going to try. We're going to try our best to do that. So that's one thing, like I'm saying, I want to show all the fans everything that has to do with the music business, just so they can have just a little piece of, a little understanding of what it is we go through to be able to give them everything they ask for. You know what I mean?
Well, mijo, that's a very, very good attitude, and you're on the right track, and it is true. You have to give respect in order to earn it. And, and it's going to show como el comportamiento con los fans, porque cuando tú te prestas con el público, mijo, then they appreciate you that much more, because saben bien que te prestas y que no eres chocante ni nada de eso. Because none of us are better than anybody else. Y hay lugar para todo el mundo. And the way you make your mark en la música is the attitude. And, cómo convives con la gente, y cómo te portas, con la gente. And, just the way that you bring people to the stage, because con el ánimo tuyo, con tu cariño, and the way you present yourself. Presentation is so much. It's so important when you're out there in el público. So, you definitely have the right attitude, mijo. And con eso es bien bonito, and te prestas de tu corazón y de tu alma. So, you know what? You're going to go a long way because you have a really good attitude. And te felicito. That's awesome.
Wow, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for that. And that's 100% what we're all about. I've always had it in my mind that you always give back to the people who give to you, and when it comes to fans, and I'll let everybody know right now, if we come anywhere in your area, if you guys, come to our show, come visit us, come hang out with us, at the end of the night, we're not just going to load up and hurry up and get out of there. No, if we're able to, we're going to stay there and we're going to hang out and we're going to meet one, because that's what it's all about. You guys are the ones that are helping us, live our dreams of being musicians. The least we can do is give back and take pictures, sign autographs, whatever the case may be. Just hang out, just hang out in general, and I got to see a musician one time where the band is actually named after him, but when he's up on stage, his main deal is that when the show is over, he actually tells everybody, we're going to sign all the autographs until they kick us out, but I'm not getting off the stage until the band gets off, until all of us can go down and take pictures. And that's exactly the way I see it. I want us to do it together as brothers, as a band. We're going to go down, we're going to take the time and be there for our audience. The same way they came and they paid a little money to jam out to our music and have fun and to party with us all night. We want to give back just a little bit of ourselves by doing that, and to me, that's what it's all about. You always give to the people who give to you.
Mijo, that is absolutely right. I'm just so excited for you. I just can't wait to see you and meet you in persona, because qué bonito, mijo. You have a beautiful spirit about you, and that's so awesome. I just love it. When was the last time that you performed ahí en la área tuya, or where was the last event that you all performed at recently?
The last event that we did, it was actually a private event. Being that we're new, we haven't really started playing yet, but we did do a show. It was a private event. It was a graduation, just to kind of get our feet wet, just to kind of get that experience of being on the stage. But our plan is to be at the San Antonio Fan Fair this up-and-coming year, and that's kind of where we're going to premiere Grupo Respeto for everybody to see. And from then on, we'll be playing everywhere as much as we can, and I've got some contacts already. We're not only going to be in Texas, we plan on going outside of Texas, even, hopefully one day going up to California. I recently just visited Hondo, California, which was very beautiful, very hot, but very beautiful. And then we also have plans on heading up towards the Midwest, also Florida and Washington State, all these different locations where I've had people in the past that, now that they know that I have something going, all these promoters are asking, man, just let us know when you're ready, and we'll bring you up. So we really plan on hitting the road as hard as we can. But right now we're concentrating more on just working on our show and finishing our studio album. We're going to be doing a few television shows here and there, locally and in the surrounding areas here of Corpus Christi. And hopefully once all that settles, we're going to be ready for the road, and we're going to have a show like no other, and I know a lot of bands say that, but we're concentrating right now on the show. If you're going to come and pay X amount of dollars to see us, we want it to be worth the X amount of dollars that you pay to come see us. We don't just want you to come pay the money and sit there and like, oh man, well, that's all these guys got. No, I want to be able to put on a show that you guys are going to enjoy, you guys are going to remember, and you guys are going to want to come back and see us the next time. So right now, like I said, that's really what we're concentrating on, but we really hope to see everybody out there in the future. And that's roughly, I would say, 6 to 8 months from now, I think is when the next fan fair is. So right around that area, that's when we really plan on hitting it hard. So if you hear the name, make sure you guys come out and check us out.
Okay, mijo. So they're asking in the chat room, do you refer to your music as more as conjunto or tejano?
Honestly, I don't really like to label our music. If I had to label it, we're trying to go after a style more along the lines of maybe like an intocable or a signo or a duelo. But at the same time, again, we have our roots, and we do a little bit of everything. The majority of our show will be regional Mexico. Some of it will be norteño. Again, we have our roots, Mr. Esteban Jordan, que en paz descanse, we do stuff from him and Ángel Flores and, even stuff like La Sombra and, Emilio Navarra. So it's kind of hard to actually label our style of music because we like to do so much. We even incorporate rock and we even incorporate funk and jazz and it's just a whole mixture of genres, so it's kind of hard for me to actually peg what kind of music we do. But if I had to say anything, I guess it would be that regional Mexico, because that's kind of what everybody's telling us right now. So I would say that, but like I said, we're going to put such a mixture together that it's going to be hard to actually label our kind of music.
Well, I think that your style of music is going to be respeto. That's what I think.
Exactly. I like that.
Okay, mijo, also they want to know who inspired you to do music as a whole or on a personal level. I know that you say you've been doing it for over 20 years, so perhaps you could have had, many different forms of inspiration, pero is there something that really stands out in your mind?
Man, that is an awesome question. Me personally, I look outside, I can't really say that, but honestly, all the veterans, all the musicians, the legends, and like I said earlier, Esteban Jordan, Ángel Flores, Valerio Longoria, a lot of the old school, even now, Eli La Reina, Signo, Duelo, all these bands. It's growing up, and of course, Selena, she's from here, from Corpus. I'm sure all you guys know that. And I'm real good friends with the Quintanilla family, and you know, we actually grew up a few houses down from each other. And growing up and knowing her story and knowing all the barriers that she broke, that's an awesome thing, you know, for being a woman and Onda Tejana. You know, she opened up a lot of doors for people, and that's a big inspiration for me. And just, I mean, honestly, all the veterans that are out there that have done anything to open doors for the rest of us, you know, and even the modern, I guess how I can put it is any musician that's out there working hard to open doors for other people and to be able to share the stage with other musicians, that's my inspiration. That's what drives me, you know, is the working musician and the veterans. That's my inspiration to do what it is that we're doing right now.
That is so awesome, mijo. So when is your CD going to be released? And I know that I have one track so far, and do you want to talk to me a little bit about the track that we're going to be featuring here in a minute?
Yeah, definitely. The name of the song is Cachito, and believe it or not, it actually started with, honestly, Cachito was not going to be on our album. It was a song, when we started this band, we opened up our Facebook page and our Instagram and our social cam and, you know, all these different social media networks, and we have such a huge response from all of our fans, you know, and people are like, man, we're so anxious to hear your music. We're so anxious to hear what you guys are going to sound like. And I kept promising them, we're working on the album as hard as we can. We're going to try and get you guys something as quick as possible, you know, so on and so forth. And finally, my producer, my engineer, Jose Luis Solis, came out and says, hey, man, why don't we just record a song and release it just so people can at least hear what you guys are somewhat going to sound like. So, you know, I decided, you know what, you're right. Let's give to the fans. Like I was telling you earlier, if the fans want something, we're going to give it to them, you know. And so we went through a whole different lineup of songs of what we can do and you know, what different styles we can do. And at that time, I was listening to Mana, and I heard the song Cachito, and I remember, I can't remember the name of the band who did it before, but there was a band that did it back in the day. And so we decided to bring it back out. It's such a good song. It was written very well. You know, the music that we put behind it kind of gives you a little feeling of the different genres that we have. You know, it kind of has that little rockish sound to it at the same time. But when we released Cachito, it was just supposed to be so the fans can hear it. You know, this is us. This is what you can expect. But it started gaining so much momentum that we've actually decided to include it in our album. The fans blew up when that song came out, and the radio stations who have been, you know, picking us up, like you guys and some of the other radio stations around the United States, you know, it's being requested 3 or 4 or 5 times a day, you know, at least. And to me, that's such a blessing, you know, to know that people are requesting one of our ideas. I mean, that's just awesome to me. But like I said, Cachito was actually just supposed to be what we called a throwaway song. You know, it was something that we wanted to give to the fans, something they can enjoy, something they can listen to that has our name behind it. And it ended up becoming, you know, actually bigger than what we thought it was, you know. And we did a little video for it, and that's on YouTube under Cachito, you know, Grupo Respeto. Y'all can look that up. And also, real quick, if any of you guys are interested, you want to get to our Facebook or anything like that, you can go to our website, which is www.gruporespeto.com. There you can link to all our social media sites. You can hit our Facebook. You can hit our main Facebook page, which is facebook.com/respetooficial. Or you can go to each of our individual pages. There you can also see the video, check out our latest news, our tour dates, where we're going to be, which of course right now it's blank, so excuse that. But, you know, see photos of us just kind of hanging out. And like I said, anything we do, we want to do it for the fans. So if you guys want to go check out the website, gruporespeto.com. And there you can also, again, hear our latest single, Cachito. And we're hoping that within the next month and a half, well, I'm going to say a month, because the song has already been recorded. We're mixing it down right now. So it'll be a month or less that we'll be releasing our second single. and I can't release the name just yet because we have a few more things we have to take care of before we do that. But just know that we are working on releasing our second song, which will also be on our album. Now, the release date of the album, it's not concrete yet. We're looking at somewhere around Christmas time, maybe a little bit before. And the only reason that is because I just want to make sure that I put out the best of my ability as far as the record goes. I don't want to put out something that sounds like it was just thrown together just to release it. You know, we're really taking our time and really making sure that this sounds 100% to everybody's satisfaction. So, but again, Cachito, we love the song. We're so glad that everybody is in love with the song and is requesting it. Keep requesting it, you know, and just be on the lookout for some of our new material.
Okay, mijo, so I'm going to go ahead and put Cachito on right now for our audience, and I'll be right back with you. Thank you all so much. Hoy nomás, racita, that's Grupo Respeto right here on tejanosbest.com with Cachito. And I hope you all like it because it really sounds awesome. It's a great dance song. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much, Ramiro. That was so awesome. We love it. Everybody in the chat room loves it.
Thank you so much. Yeah, everybody out in the California area, and a shout out to my friend Henry Brunella, who's out there. I'm not sure if he's listening. He said he was going to be on, but I'm going to send a shout out to him anyway. And also to all our fans all over, Precious, Becky, and that's just to name a couple of them. But everyone who's listening in right now, también para toda la gente de Monterrey, Mexico, we have a couple of them who are listening in right now. So saludos a ellos. And just everybody in general, thank you guys so much for helping me live out my dream, you know, and I promise, Grupo Respeto's promise is to give everybody 110%, no matter what we do, whether it be in the studio, whether it be in the shows, on the road, interviews, no matter what, we promise to give you 110% as a thank you for everything that you guys do for us. So, puro amor y respeto for all you guys. Also, you, DJ Nena, thank you so much for having us. And thank you just doesn't cut it. You know what I mean? Just we appreciate everything you guys do and everything you do for La Onda Tejana. Thank you so much, and for helping everybody keep it alive. And we're going to do the same thing. So thank you guys so much for everything.
Amen, mijo. Thank you so much for your talent and your heart. And you definitely want our hearts here at tejanosbest.com. Your family here with us. And so whatever we can do to help you, you just let me know. Keep in touch, como siempre. We'll continue to play that song for all our audience. I know they're going to love it, como siempre. And when your next single comes out, make sure you keep us posted and, make sure you send it our way so I can continue sharing your music with our audience. Thank you again, mijo, so much for spending time with us. I know that it was, kind of rough for you and everything else, but gracias a Dios que se nos concedió, and that, pues también a la audiencia, because they get excited listening, learning about new bands and, you guys making your mark in La Onda Tejana. So we congratulate you with all your efforts and all your ganas, mijo, because I know you guys are going to do really, really well, and we're so excited for you. Thank you again, de todo alma, de todo corazón. Saludos a todos, mijo. Se cuidan mucho, que Dios me los bendiga. Y pues aquí estamos para ustedes, ¿ok? Cuentas con nosotros.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
All right, amigo. Well, thank you all so much. That was so awesome. We just love it, yeah? I'm in love because he has a beautiful heart and a beautiful spirit, and I'm so excited. Thank you all so much for spending time with us here at tejanosbest.com.